Have you ever had a moment that felt too perfect to be a coincidence? Maybe you were thinking about someone you hadn't spoken to in years, and suddenly they called you out of the blue. Or you kept seeing the same number everywhere, on receipts, on the clock, on a passing car, and you felt a strange pull in your chest like the universe was trying to tell you something. You shrugged it off, told yourself it was just chance, but deep down you knew it wasn't random. Nothing is random. The choices you've made, the people you've met, the challenges you've faced, they've all been woven together in ways you can't fully see yet. It's like standing so close to a painting that all you notice are scattered brushstrokes. But when you step back, the full image appears, and you realize every detail was essential to the masterpiece. Most people go through life so close to the canvas that they mistake chaos for meaninglessness. They wake up, check their phones, rush to work, scroll through social media, and wonder why they feel disconnected and lost. They think life is just a series of random events, and they feel powerless because of it. But what if I told you there is an invisible framework shaping every single thing that happens to you? A web of energy, intention, and frequency that connects you to every person, every opportunity, every so-called coincidence. This isn't mystical fluff or empty spiritual talk. It's backed by neuroscience, quantum physics, and centuries of wisdom from cultures around the world. Scientists now understand that your brain is not just a processor of thoughts, it's a transmitter. Every emotion you feel sends out a signal. Every belief you hold programs the lens through which you experience reality. Think of it like an algorithm. The universe is constantly responding to the code you're writing with your focus and attention. If your inner frequency is chaotic, you'll attract more chaos. If your vibration is aligned, you'll draw in experiences that match that clarity. Here's where it gets exciting. The universe doesn't just respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. That's why people can spend years visualizing wealth, love, or success and never see results. They're stuck sending mixed signals. One part of them wants abundance, but another part of them believes they're unworthy. The signal cancels out and life reflects the confusion. Nothing is random because every outcome you see today started as a vibration yesterday. And here's the wild part. Your subconscious mind is always recording. While you sleep, while you daydream, while you scroll through your feed, it's picking up patterns, words, and symbols that set the tone for your future. That's why two people can walk into the same situation and have completely different experiences. One sees an opportunity, the other sees a threat. The difference isn't luck, it's alignment. Before we go deeper, I need you to pause for just a moment. If this message is resonating with you right now, there's a reason. You didn't click on this video by accident. You didn't hear these words by chance. You were guided here because a part of you is ready to wake up to the truth of how powerful you really are. So take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel, not just as a button click, but as a signal to the universe that you're choosing to step into awareness, that you're ready to see the bigger picture. Now let's go deeper. People love to talk about signs from the universe, like angel numbers or perfect timing. Those things are real, but they're only the surface. The true magic happens beneath what you can see. When you feel goosebumps at the exact moment someone says the thing you've been secretly wondering about, that's not random. It's resonance. Resonance is when two frequencies meet and amplify each other. In physics, it explains why a singer can shatter a glass by hitting the right note. In life, it's why you feel instantly connected to some people and deeply uneasy around others. Your body knows before your mind catches up. This is also why some relationships feel fated. It's not because of destiny written in the stars, it's because your vibration called that person into your field to teach you something. Sometimes it's love, sometimes it's a lesson, often it's both. When you begin to see life this way, you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Here's a powerful example. Imagine you miss a flight and feel frustrated. You sit in the terminal, angry at the delay, only to strike up a conversation with someone who ends up offering you the exact opportunity you've been praying for. If you hadn't missed the flight, you never would have met them. That's not random. That's alignment at work. The problem is that most people only see the alignment in hindsight. They look back and say, wow, everything had to happen exactly like that for me to be here now. But in the moment, they resist. They fight the flow. And when you fight life, life fights back. The first step to reclaiming your power is to stop labeling things as good or bad. Instead, see them as data. Just like a GPS recalculates when you take a wrong turn, the universe is always redirecting you toward your highest path. Even the detours have purpose. Right now, You are sending out a signal with every thought and every feeling. The people you meet, the events you experience, the so-called coincidences, they're all responding to that signal. Nothing is random because you are always creating, even when you don't realize it. In the next section, we'll dive into exactly how to change your frequency so you can stop repeating old patterns and start consciously shaping your reality. This isn't about controlling the world around you. It's about mastering the world within you, because when you shift your inner vibration, the outer world has no choice but to follow. Nothing is random. And once you truly understand that, you'll never see life the same way again. Imagine walking into a crowded room. You haven't spoken to anyone yet, but you immediately feel drawn to certain people and repelled by others. That's because energy speaks before words ever do. Your frequency is like a silent introduction, announcing who you are before you open your mouth. Most people go through life unaware of the signal they're broadcasting. They think they're unlucky or cursed, when in reality they're just tuned to a station they don't like. Here's the truth. Your brain is like a transmitter and a receiver. It doesn't just think thoughts, it sends out emotional energy and receives matching experiences. This is why negativity feels like a magnet. When you dwell on fear, anger, or scarcity, you're tuning your life to that frequency, and the universe dutifully sends you more of the same. But here's the good news. You can change the station. Think about a time when you were deeply in love or wildly inspired. Remember how colors seemed brighter, conversations flowed easily, and opportunities just seemed to appear. That wasn't random. You were in resonance with what you desired, so the external world responded. The process of shifting your frequency starts with awareness. Most people try to fix their lives by changing their external circumstances. They switch jobs, move cities, or end relationships, hoping the new environment will bring happiness. But if they don't change the inner signal, they'll just recreate the same problems in different places. The first step is to notice what you've been unconsciously broadcasting. Pause right now and ask yourself, what emotions have been on repeat for me lately? Am I living in gratitude, or am I constantly scanning for what's wrong? Do I start my mornings with intention, or do I let stress set the tone for my entire day? The answers might surprise you. Most of us are running on autopilot, replaying childhood conditioning and old fears without realizing it. This is why life can feel repetitive, because it is. Your subconscious is like a record player stuck on the same song. To shift your frequency, you have to change the record. Here's a simple but profound practice. Before you go to bed tonight, think of 3 moments from your day that you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the taste of your morning coffee, the smile of a stranger, or the way the sun hit your window at just the right angle. As you focus on these memories, really feel the gratitude in your body. Let it expand through your chest and fill you with warmth. Why does this work? Because gratitude is a high-frequency state. When you fall asleep in that vibration, your subconscious programs itself to look for more things to appreciate. You literally train your brain to expect miracles. Another powerful tool is visualization, but not the kind where you just imagine a pile of money or a perfect relationship. Instead, focus on embodying the version of yourself who already has those things. If you want abundance, picture yourself feeling safe, free, and generous. If you want love, imagine what it feels like to be deeply cherished and seen. The key is emotion. Your subconscious doesn't respond to words, it responds to feelings. There's a scientific explanation for this. Neuroscientists have discovered that when you vividly imagine an experience, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually living it. This means your mind literally doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. By repeatedly visiting your desired state, you train your nervous system to align with it. Of course, this isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about creating a stable inner foundation so you can navigate life's ups and downs without losing your center. Here's where most people get stuck. They try to control the timing and the details of how their dreams will manifest. But when you micromanage the universe, you choke the flow. Think of it like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to check if it's growing. You wouldn't do that to a plant, so don't do it to your desires. Your job is to nurture the soil, your mindset, your energy, your daily habits, and trust that the seed will sprout at the right time. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means taking aligned action. When an opportunity feels expansive and exciting, say yes. When something feels heavy and draining, that's your sign to let it go. One of the most profound truths you can realize is that resistance is a form of guidance. If you keep hitting roadblocks in one area of your life, it might not be because you're failing. It might be because the The universe is trying to redirect you to a path that's more aligned with who you're becoming. Nothing is random. The missed calls, the sudden endings, the strange coincidences, they're all data points in a much larger system that has your growth at heart. Here's a simple mantra to carry with you. Life is happening for me, not to me. When you adopt this perspective, even challenges become opportunities. Instead of asking, why is this happening? You begin to ask, what can I learn from this? That shift alone can raise your vibration more than any technique or tool. In the next and final part, we'll explore how to integrate these practices into your daily life so they become second nature. You'll learn how to stop living reactively and start living intentionally, creating a life that feels both meaningful and magical. Because when you truly embody the understanding that nothing is random, you unlock a level of freedom and power most people never experience. Imagine waking up tomorrow, and instead of rushing straight into stress, you start your day with a deliberate choice to tune your frequency before the world tunes it for you. This single decision has the power to change everything. Most people wake up and immediately grab their phones. They check emails, scroll social media, absorb headlines, all of which tell their nervous system, you're behind, you're not enough. The world is on fire. By the time they brush their teeth, their vibration has already been hijacked. But you don't have to live like that. Start small. Before you reach for your phone, place one hand on your heart and take 3 slow, deep breaths. With each inhale, imagine drawing in clarity and peace. With each exhale, release fear and tension. This takes less than a minute, but it sends a powerful message to your subconscious. I am in charge of my state. Next, set a simple intention for the day. Not a to-do list item like finish the report or go to the gym, but a feeling you want to embody. Maybe it's today I move through life with ease, or I'm open to unexpected blessings. This isn't just fluffy self-help talk. Studies in neuroscience show that intentional focus literally rewires your brain over time, strengthening the neural pathways associated with that desired state. As you move through your day, treat every interaction as feedback. If someone triggers you, instead of spiraling, pause and ask, what is this showing me about my own vibration? This doesn't mean blaming yourself for other people's behavior. It means recognizing that you always have a choice about how to respond. One of the most liberating truths you can accept is that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. When you stop identifying with every passing worry or judgment, you create space to choose which signals you amplify and which you let fade into static. Think of it like curating a playlist. You wouldn't listen to songs you hate on repeat, so why do the same with disempowering thoughts? When a negative loop starts playing, change the track. Replace it with a memory that makes you smile, a mantra that lifts you up, or even a simple reminder, this too shall pass. Here's where the real magic begins. As you consistently raise your inner frequency, you'll notice the outer world shifting to match it. The right people will show up. Opportunities will seem to randomly appear. Problems that once felt impossible will dissolve or transform. At first, it might feel like coincidence, but soon you'll realize nothing is random. This is the universe responding to the signal you've been sending all along. It's like finally tuning into a clear station after years of static. Everything starts to make sense. But remember, this isn't a one-time fix. It's a practice. There will be days when you feel aligned and days when you don't. The key is to keep returning to your tools. Gratitude before bed, intentional mornings, mindful responses throughout the day. Over time, these habits become automatic, creating a stable foundation no matter what chaos swirls around you. If you've ever felt like life was happening to you instead of through you, this is your invitation to take back the controls. Stop outsourcing your power to luck, fate, or other people's decisions. You are the transmitter and the receiver. You are the cause, not just the effect. Here's a simple exercise to try tonight. Before you fall asleep, review your day and find one moment, just one, where you consciously chose a higher response. Maybe you paused before reacting in anger, or you noticed a small blessing you would have otherwise overlooked. Celebrate that win. Feel the pride in your body. This builds momentum, showing your subconscious that growth is possible and worth pursuing. Over time, these small shifts compound into massive transformation. Like drops of water carving a canyon, Your consistent choices reshape the landscape of your life. And here's the most beautiful part. When you raise your own vibration, you don't just change your reality, you ripple that energy outward, affecting everyone you encounter. Your calm becomes contagious, your joy becomes magnetic, your very presence becomes a catalyst for healing and awakening in others. So as we close this journey together, remember this: the universe is not random, it is responsive. Every thought, every feeling, every action is a vote for the reality you want to experience. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that they are more powerful than they've been taught to believe. And if you want to continue exploring these ideas and deepening your practice, hit the subscribe button now. Together, we can create a community of intentional creators, each one tuning their frequency to love, truth, and possibility. Because when enough of us do that, the whole world begins to shift. And that, my friend, is no coincidence.